Hey, good morning. This is Scott Fogleman with the Greater Good Group. Today, I'm down towards Brookneal. I'm actually in Gladys at Bass Sod Farm. It's pretty cool. I'm going to show you what this is. My truck and my trailer. I just bought a load of sod and loaded it on there, and then you see this guy beside us is getting it. So they come down here. They have hundreds of acres, and they grow sod, and they deliver it. And then so here's their tractor trailers over here that they use to deliver sod themselves, and they have several different loaders. So pretty intense operation. That's where they store the sod for the day for the people going to load on. And they load up in the mornings because that way they have a whole crew in case something goes wrong. They have several guys to help out. It took 4 guys to get this on here, primarily because the width of the back of my truck. It's on a pallet, and they're 10 foot in length each roll. And each roll weighs about 40 to 50 pounds when they're dry, so when they get wet, it'll be about 60 to 70 pounds. And my goal is to put these down today. We'll see how this goes. Okay, I'm back at the house now. I have the sod. I also, you see, I have some limestone. I have some starter fertilizer. What I've done is I've bought some composted dirt, and I've spread it down, raked it kind of smooth. And so this is my setup. I'm going to use a spreader. As you see, I got it all in the back of the truck and the back of the trailer. This is 8,500 feet of, 850 feet of sod. And so this is the area I'm going to cover. I'm going to back up so you can kind of see it. I'm walking through it because I have to scrape it down again a little bit. As I've prepared the area, I do have a drain pipe. I had 2 drain pipes to empty out here, so I wanted to make sure those are able to drain. And you see, I got everything nice and level and kind of ready to go. Trailer's sitting really low. It's probably at capacity, if not below. A little bit above capacity. It's pretty close. And like I said, each one of these rolls of sod, now that they're here, I can show you what they look like. They weigh about 40 to 50 pounds dry. If they get wet, they'll be about 60 pounds, 60 to 70 pounds. And so I'm going to spread some of the mix between the starter fertilizer and the limestone. Now the starter fertilizer, it was 1 bag, current price at Lowe's, going for 1,000 feet was $12, or enough for 5,000 square feet was $24. So I went ahead and bought the $24 bag. And this was the only bag of limestone they had, the only one I saw. I haven't looked to see how far it'll go, but I figure it's going to be more than what I need. And this was about $12 for the bag. And I'm just going to mix them together and spread them all at one time, and then take my rake and smooth out where I've been, and then I'll start putting the sod down. So we're going to be back in a little bit. Okay, so I've started putting the sod down. They come in rolls. You see about how long the roll is. It's about 10 feet. And I'm starting with an area that's got a little bit of an angle here, as you see. This board was there, and it comes at a slight angle. And so I'm kind of staggering them a little bit, but I'm not happy. So you're supposed to stagger the sod like a brick, like you would with bricks. And while that's got a little bit of stagger, it's not enough for me. So what I'm going to end up doing, you see this gap here. These were the first row meet up, and then this is where the second one ends because it's staggering a little bit. I'm actually going to cut it off probably about here, and then use this piece a little bit further down, or another place, just so I have a better stagger than having them. That's just not enough of a stagger. It's probably okay, but I just want more than that. So that's the next step. Okay, let's give you an update of where I am. So I'm starting the 3rd row now, and I had a good amount of overlay, but on the last row I cut off a piece. And what you don't want to do is leave your short pieces near the edge because it'll cause them to dry out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it here as a fill-in, and just kind of working into the middle of this light here. To cut a piece, all I gotta do is just use a basic carpenter, basic knife, and just cut it. It cuts real easy. Obviously, it's dirt and grass, and cuts real smooth. The rolls are kind of heavy, so this is very tiring work. A lot of times on your knees and just kind of bending and sitting here. The trick to it is obviously matching up these seams. You don't want them overlapping. The dirt here, you don't want them overlapping with each other. You want them kind of touching, and then you kind of try to marry them together. And then the roll, once you get it set where you want it, you just push it and it rolls right out. But you do have to go back through and make sure it's taking a straight line and not overlapping the next row of grass. And you just want to keep it nice and straight as much as possible. When you're doing a hill, you want to go side to side as opposed to up and down the hill. It may cause parts of the sod to sag, but you just use a little anchor, and that'll help secure it in. If you do it with the hill, it may slide all the way off until it gets gain the root system. Basically, once you start watering it, the roots are going to come down through the bottom of here and actually go into the ground. That's why we prep the ground so well, and we're just going to keep going. Thank you.